Brashear Lady Tigers had a rough night at Marion County Thursday. A tough Marion County defense held Brashear to 15 points, giving Mustangs a 26-15 advantage at halftime. Brashear couldn't make up the difference in the second half and fell to a score by 54-32. Hannah Grissom had 9 points, Alexa Borgmeyer 8, Lacey Fisher 6, Kinley White 6, Aubrey Borgmeyer 2. Brashear trailed Marion County 15-12 after the first quarter Thursday, but had battled back to a lead of 30-27 at halftime. A dominant second half by Brashear locked up a 71-52 road win for the Tigers. Brandon Jochimson had 25, Austin Peterson 20, Garrett Hausman 12, Lucas Keller 7, Landon Fisher 3 points, Avery Zins 2 points, and Lane Stutzman 2 points. The Lady Tigers were at Bevier Friday night and wasted no time as they built up a 22-14 lead by halftime. Brashear kept up the momentum in the second half and cruised to a 46-31 victory. Lacey Fisher had 17 points, Alexa Borgmeyer 16 points, Aubrey Borgmeyer 5, Kinley White, Callie all tied 4 points, Hannah McNamer 2 points, and Hannah Grissom 1 point. Bevier took a quick 18-8 lead Friday, leaving the Tigers to play catch-up. Brashear closed the gap to a 22-16 at halftime, but couldn't complete a comeback as they fell to Bevier 46-38. Carson Irwin and Brandon Jochimson had 11 points, Garrett Hausman 7 points, Austin Peterson 4 points, Avery Zins 3 points, and Lane Stutzman 2 points. The Brashear Lady Tigers were scheduled to play Lane County in the first round of the Milan Tournament Tuesday, but COVID-19 quarantines kept Lane County from playing. Instead, Brashear played Milan JV. Brashear took up an early lead and were up 16-11 by halftime. Brashear played a solid second half and came away with a win of 37-33. Lacey Fisher had 13 points, Hannah Grissom and Alexa Borgmeyer 8 points, Kinley White 6 points, Callie all tied 2 points. The Brashear Tigers faced number 2 seed Milan Tuesday in the first round of the Milan tournament. Milan's tough defense staked them to a 32-23 lead by halftime, but Brashear fought back and held a 43-41 lead after 3 quarters. The fourth quarter was anybody's ball game, but Milan caught a couple of lucky breaks and escaped with a 59-52 win. Austin Peterson had 18 points, Carson Irwin 12 points, Brandon Jochimson 11, Garrett Hausman 6, Lucas Keller 3, and Jay Snelling 2 points.
A foul on a floor.
Last week was a busy week for both Tiger teams playing in the Milan tournament. The Brashear girls played Green City in the semifinals of the Milan tournament Thursday. Green City took an early lead and were up 24-18 by halftime as they cruised to a 53-38 win, sending Brashear to the third place game. Hannah Grissom had 13 points, Lacey Fisher 8, Alexa Borgmeyer 8, Callie all tied 5, Kinley White and Aubrey Borgmeyer 2 points. Brashear faced off against Marceline in the girls' third-place game at Milan Saturday. Brashear played a gusty first half and were up 27-26 at halftime. The Lady Tigers went flat in the second half, falling behind and taking a 51-33 loss. Hannah Grissom had 12 points, Lacey Fisher 11, Callie all tied 5, Aubrey Borgmeyer 4, Alexa Borgmeyer 2 points, and Haley McNamer 1 point. Brashear squared off against Putnam County Saturday in the consolation semifinals. Putnam jumped out to an early lead and built a 50-17 lead by halftime. Putnam kept the pressure on in the second half and eventually defeated Brashear by a score of 76-30. Carson Irwin 9, Austin Peterson 8 points, Brandon Jochimson 7 points, Lucas Keller and Jay Snelling 3 points. This week started out with a visit from Old Man Winter. Snow and some freezing rain created slick roads and caused cancellation of Monday night's ball games with North Shelby. It also caused in-person school to be canceled Tuesday. Instead, virtual classes were held using Google Classroom and video conferencing. After losing to Green City in the Milan tournament, the Brashear girls got a chance to even the score as they hosted the Gophers Wednesday. Brashear took on an 11-7 lead after one quarter and kept their momentum throughout the game as they claimed a 49-37 victory. Hannah Grissom had 14 points, Aubrey Borgmeyer 10, Alexa Borgmeyer 7, Lacey Fisher and Kinley White 6 points, Callie Altai 4 points, and Haley McNamer 2 points. Brashear boys hosted Green City Wednesday night. Brashear trailed a 20-15 after one quarter, but a 34-point second quarter put Green City in the driver's seat with a 54-29 halftime lead. Brashear closed the gap to 20 in the third quarter, but ended up on the short end of an 84-48 final score. Austin Peterson had 15 points, Garrett Hausman 13, Lucas Keller and Carson Irwin 8 points, Brandon Jochimson and Lane Stutzman 2 points each.
Old Man Winter came to visit Thursday, forcing an early out due to snowy conditions. This also led to classes being held virtually on Friday.
The Lady Tigers were on the road at Schuyler County Thursday. Schuyler County jumped out to an 18-6 lead in the first quarter, then exploded for 23 points in the second quarter to take on a 41-9 lead into halftime. Schuyler continued to dominate in the second half and got a 63-18 win. Aubrey Borgmeyer had 6 points, Callie Altai 5 points, Lacey Fisher 4 points, Alexa Borgmeyer. In the boys' game, Brashear fell behind early, trailing 36-25 at halftime. The Tigers mounted a rally in the second half and pulled within 2 points in the fourth quarter. But hot Schuyler County shooting held off Brashear as the Tigers fell to a score of 73-59. Brandon Jochimson and Garrett Hausman 16 each, Austin Peterson 9, Carson Irwin's 8 points, Lucas Keller 7 points, Jay Snelling 3 points. The Lady Tigers were in Scotland County Tuesday. Scotland County got on the scoreboard quickly and claimed a 38-13 lead by halftime. Brashear kept pace better in the third quarter, but eventually fell to a score by 60-27. Callie Altai and Alexa Borgmeyer 6 points each, Kinley White 5 points, Aubrey Borgmeyer 4 points, Lacey Fisher and Hannah Grissom 3 points each. The Brashear boys also faced Scotland County Tuesday. Brashear trailed in the early going but were only down 25-23 at halftime. The game was tied 42-42 after 3 quarters, and Brashear finished strong to claim a 67-61 road win. Brandon Jochimson 26 points, Lucas Keller and Garrett Hausman 11 points, Austin Peterson 9 points, Carson Irwin 8, and Avery Zins 2. Due to an extended period of icy roads and sub-zero temperatures, BHS had to miss several days of school. Last Monday and Tuesday were virtual days where students log in from home and do their lessons. Those were the last virtual days of the year, as we missed last Wednesday, Thursday, and this Tuesday. Those days will have to be made up. The foul weather has also forced cancellation of this year's Brashear tournament. The Novinger girls jumped out to an 18-9 lead over Brashear Thursday, but the Lady Tigers battled back to only trailed 23-19 at halftime. Brashear still only trailed by 4 after 3 quarters, but failed in the fourth as Novinger claimed a 49-41 victory. Lacey Fisher 14 points, Hannah Grissom and Alexa Borgmeyer 12 points, and Kinley White 3 points. The Brashear boys played a strong first half Thursday and led Novinger 35-31 at the intermission. Novinger came out hot in the third quarter, taking a 58-53 lead and went on winning the game 72-63. Brandon Jochimson had 23 points, Austin Peterson 15, Garrett Hausman 14, Lucas Keller 6, Carson Irwin 3 points, and Avery Zins 2 points. Friday night was homecoming at BHS. Prince and Princess candidates were 7th graders Caleb Grissom and Maddie Moose. 8th graders were Jacob Snyder and Hope Rouse, and freshmen were Aubrey Borgmeyer and Nate Triplett. King and Queen candidates were sophomore Jaden Barnhill and Haley McNamer, juniors Jay Snelling and Heaven Lavender, and seniors Austin Peterson and Madeline McGinnis. Last year's King and Queen Quinn Allen and Avery Acton were on hand to crown the new royalty. The 2021 Prince and Princess were Nate Triplett and Aubrey Borgmeyer, and the King and Queen were Austin Peterson and Heaven Lavender. 5 Tiger basketball players were recently named to Tri-County Conference All-Conference teams. Hannah Grissom and Garrett Hausman were named second-team All-Conference, and Lacey Fisher and Brandon Jochimson were honorable mentions. Also, Callie Altide and Brandon Jochimson were named to All-Conference defensive teams. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers softball team, who were recently recognized as Academic All-State Award winners with a team GPA of 3.593. In addition to the team honors, Hannah Grissom, Callie Altide, Sierra Snyder, Lacey Fisher, Alexa Borgmeyer, and Aubrey Borgmeyer received individual Academic All-State honors. The Brashear girls hosted BMC for homecoming Friday. The Lady Tigers held a slim 5-4 lead after one quarter, but outscored BMC 13-2 in the second quarter to take on an 18-6 lead into halftime, on their way to a 27-21 win. Hannah Grissom had 9 points, Alexa Borgmeyer 8, Lacey Fisher and Aubrey Borgmeyer 7 points, Callie Altide 4 points, and Kinley White 2. The Brashear boys also hosted BMC for homecoming Friday. The Tigers jumped out to a 16-7 lead after one quarter and never looked back as they rolled to a 74-39 win. Brandon Jochimson had 25 points, Garrett Hausman 21, Lucas Keller 11, Carson Irwin 9 points, Austin Peterson 6 points, and Avery Zins 2 points. A quick start by Marion County put the Brashear Lady Tigers in a bad spot in Monday's district game. Marion County was up 32-19 at halftime and went on to defeat Brashear by a score of 56-38. Callie Altide 12 points, Lacey Fisher 9, Hannah Grissom and Kinley White 8 points each, and Haley McNamer 1. The Brashear boys played North Shelby in the first round of districts. North Shelby was hot from the start and had built a 51-22 lead by halftime. Brashear outscored North Shelby in the second half, but started their rally from too far back and ended their season with the 85-59 loss. Carson Irwin and Austin Peterson 17 points each, Brandon Jochimson 15 points, Garrett Hausman 5, Lucas Keller 4, and Avery Zins 1 point. Congratulations to 3 BHS players who received all district honors. Brandon Jacobson made first team, and Hannah Grissom and Garrett Hausman received honorable mention. Parents and students were invited to Reading Week kickoff evening on Tuesday. The week has featured a book fair as well as a variety of dress-up days and fun activities to encourage reading. The 2021 Academic Bowl season has started Thursday for the BHS teams. The high school team beat La Plata 180-130 and beat Novinger 170-90. The junior high teams beat La Plata 230-140 and beat Novinger 220-60. Baseball season is just around the corner and practice has already started. There are 17 boys out for the team this spring, all looking forward to their first home game March 25th. On Wednesday morning, the halls were filled with students exiting the building as one of our scheduled fire drills was held. This allowed for testing of the fire alarm system and also prepared students to know what to do in a real emergency. The Academic Bowl teams were busy this week as they each played 4 games. The junior high got a 250-60 win over Green City, a 160-120 win over Lynn County, and a 320-110 win over Bevere while taking a 110-90 loss by Atlanta. The high school team got a 130-110 win over Lynn County, a 150-80 win over Atlanta, and a 170-40 win over Bevere while suffering a 110-100 loss to Green City. The 2021 track season is just around the corner as members of BHS junior high and high school teams have begun practice. There are currently 11 junior high and 8 high school athletes on the team. The first meet is March 29th at La Plata.
This past Thursday, a banquet was held to induct and honor new members of the Brashear chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations to new members Brianna Stewart, Brandon Jockinson, Sierra Snyder, Mackenzie Baker, Landon Fisher, and Wesley McGinnis. This Wednesday, BHS sponsored a blood drive downtown at the Keller Building. 14 units were collected. We would like to thank everyone for their support. The Academic Bowl teams were on the road at Meadville Thursday, where they also played BMC. The junior high team fell to Meadville 170-210 and then lost to Buckland-Macon County 220-230. The high school team beat Meadville 170-10 but lost to Buckland-Macon County 130-180.
We would like to extend congratulations to Noah Shannon, who was recently honored as Student of the Month by the Kirksville Optimist. The Brashear Band has been busy recently. They attended the Palin Music Festival Friday in Moberly, They also participated in the CMU virtual band competition a few weeks ago, where they earned a 2 rating for the performance video they submitted. Although there was no real danger, the tornado alarm sounded Wednesday as BHS conducted their first tornado drill of the spring season. The drill serves as practice and emergency procedures in case we have a tornado for real. Brashear art students got to show off their works at Tri-County Conference Art Show Saturday. Jay Snelling took 3rd place in ceramics. The Academic Bowl teams were in action Saturday at Buckland for the Tri-County Conference Academic Bowl tournament. The junior high team started off with a 310-90 win over Novinger and a 160-90 win over La Plata. They dropped their next game 190-250 to BMC, but were able to battle their way back from the losers bracket with a 160-150 win over Bevere. They were able to beat BMC 210-100 in the first championship game, but lost 160-170 in the second championship game, taking on second place in the tournament. The high school team started their day with a 200-60 win over Lynn County. Up next was Green City, where the Tigers squeaked by with the 81-80 win in overtime. Brashear then defeated BMC 150-130 to reach the title game. BMC had battled back from the losers bracket and beat Brashear 140-110 in the first championship game, but Brashear defeated BMC 180-90 to claim first place in the tournament. Lacey Fisher and Landon Fisher were named tournament MVPs for the junior high and high school academic bowl. Our baseball game should have been played this Thursday. Due to rainy conditions and a wet field, the game has been postponed to April 6th against BMC.
One of our students at BHS recently received postseason honors for her work on and off the court. Hannah Grissom was selected as a Basketball Academic All-State Award recipient. Congratulations, Hannah.
Sun and wind greeted our track teams Monday as they traveled to La Plata for their first meet of the year. Brashear Junior High boys took 5th. In the junior high boys, Jacob Love placed 12th in the 100-meter dash, Cole Irwin placed 3rd in the 200-meter dash, Caden Taylor placed 5th, Jacob Love placed 6th in the 400-meter dash. Boys 800-meter run, Caleb Grissom placed 2nd, Jacob Snyder placed 3rd, and Caden Taylor placed 7th. Boys 1600-meter run, Caleb Grissom placed 2nd, Jacob Snyder placed 3rd. Boys 4x2 meter relay, Brashear took 3rd. For high jump, Caden Taylor placed 9th. Boys long jump, Cole Orman placed 7th, Caden Taylor placed 11th, Jacob Snyder placed 13th. Boys discus throw, Caleb Grissom took 11th. The Brashear Junior High girls took 4th in the meet. Girls 100-meter dash, Maddie Moose placed 9th. Girls 200-meter dash, Maddie Moose placed 7th. Girls 400-meter dash, Heidi Lay placed 5th, Maddie Moose 6th. Girls 800-meter run, Taylor Garlock placed 3rd, Paige Stutzman 5th, Kaylee Sizemore 6th. Girls 100-meter hurdles, Maddie Moose took 4th, Heidi Lay 5th, Taylor Garlock 12th. Girls 4x400 meter relay took 3rd. Girls high jump, Taylor Garlock took 9th. Long jump, Heidi Lay placed 2nd, Kaylee Sizemore 7th, Taylor Garlock 20th. For shot put, Paige Stutzman took 2nd, Bailey Crandall took 5th. Girls discus throw, Bailey Crandall took 8th, and Paige Stutzman placed 11th. The Brashear varsity girls took 5th at La Plata. Girls 100-meter dash, Alexa Borgmeyer placed 5th. Girls 200-meter dash, Alexa Borgmeyer 6th, Aubrey Borgmeyer 7th, and Lacey Fisher 10th. Girls 400-meter dash, Alexa Borgmeyer 4th. Girls 1600-meter run, Alexa Borgmeyer 5th. Girls 100-meter hurdles, Aubrey Borgmeyer took 3rd. Girls 300-meter hurdles, Aubrey Borgmeyer took 1st. For long jump, Lacey Fisher took 9th. Girls triple jump, Lacey Fisher took 6th. And for javelin throw, Aubrey Borgmeyer placed 1st. The Brashear boys took 4th in the meet. Boys 1600-meter run, Alex Houghton took 3rd. Boys triple jump, Landon Fisher 4th. Boys shot put, Landon Fisher 1st. And boys javelin, Landon Fisher 1st place. After 2 rainouts of home games, the baseball team finally got to take the field as they traveled to Marceline for the season opener. Marceline took an early 2-0 lead in the second inning, but Brashear bounced back to tie the game at 2-2 in the top of the fifth. Marceline responded with 3 in the fifth and 2 in the sixth to claim a 7-3 victory. Brandon Jocumsen, Jack Reeves, Avery Zentz, and Austin Peterson had hits for Brashear. Jocumsen started off with Carson Irwin, Garrett Hausman, and Austin Peterson pitching in relief. Brashear hosted Linn County Tuesday for their home opener. Brashear got into trouble early as Linn County scored 7 runs in the second inning. Brashear didn't give up and clawed their way back into the game and went on to win by a final score of 14-9. Austin Peterson hit a grand slam, a double, and a single for the Tigers, with Jay Snelling having a home run and a single, and Avery Zentz also homering. Brandon Jocumsen had a pair of singles, Carson Irwin had a single and a double, Jack Reeves and Lane Stutzman singled, and Garrett Hausman had a double. Carson Irwin, Jack Reeves, and Garrett Hausman pitched for Brashear. Congratulations to the BHS High School Band for earning a 1 rating at the MSSBDA Music Festival in Paris. This is the 3rd year in a row for receiving a 1 rating at this festival. At the Atlanta Junior High track meet, Brashear girls took 3rd. Taylor Garlock took 4th in the 1600, 6th in high jump, 10th in long jump. Bailey Crandall took 5th in the 1600, 4th in shot put, 13th in discus. Heidi Lay took 5th in high jump, 1st in long jump, 2nd in 100-meter hurdles, 3rd in the 400-meter. Paige Stutzman took 8th in shot put, 12th in discus, 6th in the 800. Maddie Moots took 3rd in the 100-meter hurdles, 7th in the 100-meter dash, 9th in the 200-meter dash. Kaylee Sizemore took 5th in the 800 and 10th in the 200. The junior high boys took 7th in Atlanta. Caleb Grissom took 3rd in the 1600, 7th in discus, 9th in triple jump, and 5th in the 800. Jacob Snyder took 4th in the 1600, 10th in long jump, and 11th in triple jump. Caden Taylor took 9th in high jump, 9th in 400, and 7th in the 800. Cole Irwin took 4th in the long jump, 8th in the 100, 4th in the 400, and 6th in the 200. Jacob Love took 9th in the discus, 13th in the 100, and 12th in the 200. Brashear girls took 7th in the La Plata track meet. Aubrey Borgmeyer took 12th in the 200, 9th in the 100-meter hurdles, 3rd in 300-meter hurdles, and 7th in javelin. Alexa Borgmeyer took 6th in the 400, 6th in the 800, 5th in the 1600, and 11th in high jump. And Lacey Fisher took 8th in the 400, 7th in long jump, and 5th in triple jump. The Brashear boys took 10th in the La Plata track meet. Ethan Powell took 15th in the 100, 12th in the 800, and 18th in long jump. Alex Houghton took 8th in the 400 and 6th in the 3200. Ashton Ray took 14th in the 400, 11th in the 800, and 11th in the 1600. Landon Fisher took 4th in the 3200, 8th in long jump, 9th in shot put, and 5th in javelin, while Nate Triplett took 7th in shot put, 12th in discus, and 10th in javelin. The Brashear Tiger baseball team hosted La Plata Thursday night. La Plata put up 3 runs in the top of the first and went on to score runs in each inning of the game. Meanwhile, Brashear couldn't pull anything together offensively and ended up falling 16-0 in the 4-inning contest. Brandon Jocumsen got the start for Brashear with Garrett Hausman pitching in relief. The Brashear baseball team hosted Buckland-Macon County Tuesday for the Pink Out game. Proceeds from t-shirt sales were earmarked for Lynn Sorensen, who has been battling cancer. BMC went quietly in the first and Brashear scored once to take on a 1-0 lead. Brashear's pitching and defense continued to keep BMC off the scoreboard as Brashear pulled away for a 15-0 4-inning win. The Tigers pounded out 11 hits, all singles, with Brandon Jacobson, Carson Irwin, and Garrett Hausman having 2 hits each. Jay Snelling, Jack Reeves, Lane Stutzman, Austin Peterson, and Rhett Whitlow had 1 hit each, with Whitlow driving in the final run to end the game early. Garrett Hausman, Brandon Jacobson, and Carson Irwin teamed up to throw a 1-hit shutout while striking out 9. The junior high boys and girls competed at Schuyler County Relays last Friday. For the girls, Heidi Lay placed 6th in the 100, 7th in the 200, 1st in the 400, 6th in long jump. Maddie Moots placed 14th in the 100, 10th in the 200, 8th in the 100-meter hurdles, 8th in triple jump. Kaylee Sizemore placed 8th in the 1600, 11th in the 100-meter hurdles, 6th in triple jump. Taylor Garlock placed 5th in high jump, 12th in long jump. Paige Stutzman placed 4th in shot put, while 7th in discus. Bailey Crandall placed 7th in shot, 14th in discus. And the girls' 4x8 meter relay took 5th place. For the junior high boys, Jacob Love placed 15th in the 100, 18th in the 200, and 19th in discus. Jacob Snyder placed 16th in the 100, 8th in the 800, and 17th in long jump. Cole Irwin placed 12th in the 200, 3rd in the 400, and 4th in long jump. Caden Taylor placed 13th in the 400. Caleb Grissom placed 7th in the 800 and 5th in the 1600. The boys' 4x8 meter relay took 3rd place. Both junior high teams competed at La Plata on Monday, with the girls taking 7th as a team. Heidi Lay took 6th in the 200 meter, 5th in the 400 meter, 7th in the 100 meter hurdles, and 2nd in long jump. Maddie Moots took 11th in the 200 meter, 5th in the 100 meter hurdles, and 7th in triple jump. Paige Stutzman took 10th in the 800 meter, 4th in shot put, and 8th in discus. Taylor Garlock took 14th in the 800 meter, 6th in high jump, and 19th in long jump, while Bailey Crandall took 8th in the 1600 meter, 9th in shot put, and 20th in discus. The junior high boys took 10th at the La Plata track meet as a team. Caden Taylor took 17th in the 100 meter, 13th in the 400 meter. Cole Irwin took 11th in the 200 meter, 6th in the 400 meter, and 5th in long jump. Caleb Grissom took 8th in the 800 meter, 4th in the 1600 meter, and 10th in the triple jump. Jacob Snyder took 11th in the 800 meter, 8th in the 1600 meter, and 17th in long jump. The 4x2 relay team took 9th place. The Brashear varsity teams competed at Atlanta this Tuesday. Brashear girls took 6th place as a team. Alexa Borgmeyer took 4th in the 1600 meter, 3rd in the 400 meter. Lacey Fisher took 8th in the long jump, 8th in triple jump, 4th in the 400 meter, and 4th in the 3200 meter, while Aubrey Borgmeyer took 2nd in the 100 meter hurdles and 1st in javelin. The varsity boys also took 6th at the team, with Ashton Ray taking 7th in the 1600 meter, 8th in the 800 meter, Nate Triplett taking 3rd in shot, 5th in discus, and 6th in javelin. Landon Fisher took 4th in shot, 7th in triple jump, 2nd in javelin, and 3rd in 3200 meter. Alex Houghton took 3rd in the 400 meter, 5th in the 800 meter, and 4th in the 3200 meter. After a week-long layoff, the Brashear baseball team was at Canton Tuesday. Neither team scored in the first, but things looked promising for Brashear in the top of the second. 2 hits, a sacrifice bunt, and a walk had the bases loaded with 1 out, but a line drive doubled the play to end Brashear's chances of getting on the scoreboard. Canton scored a run in the 3rd, but Brashear evened the score out 1-1 in the 4th. Canton scored another run in the 6th, but Brashear put up 2 runs in the top of the 7th for the 3-2 win. Jay Snelling had a double and a pair of singles for Brashear. Brandon Jacobson doubled, with Lane Stutzman, Garrett Hausman, and Austin Peterson each having hits. Brandon Jacobson got the start for Brashear, going 5 2/3 inning and striking out 8. Carson Irwin picked up the win in relief, going 1 1/3 innings and striking out 2. Academic Bowl team competed in district play Saturday at Novinger. Brashear won their 2 pool games, won 20-100 over Bevere, and won 60-120 over Green City. Brashear beat Atlanta 160-150 in the semifinals, but fell short to North Shelby 290-210 in the championship game. Landon Fisher was named to be the all-tournament. Students in grades 7 through 12 loaded on buses early Tuesday morning on a field trip to Jefferson City. The Brashear chapter of FBLA had organized the trip to visit the historic Missouri State Penitentiary. Students took a guided tour and got to hear many tales of the facility that dates back to the mid-19th century. In the Tiger and Vite track meet Friday, the Brashear girls and boys both took 8th place. Alexa Borgmeyer took 9th in the 400 meter and 8th in the 1600 meter. Lacey Fisher took 12th in the 400 meter, 4th in long jump, 7th in triple jump, and 16th in discus, while Aubrey Borgmeyer took 3rd in the 100 meter hurdles, 4th in 300 meter hurdles, and 4th in javelin. For the high school boys, Alex Houghton took 1st in the 400 meter, Landon Fisher took 8th in the 3200 meter, 11th in long jump, and 3rd in javelin, and Nate Triplett took 9th in shot, 12th in discus, and 8th in javelin. The junior high and varsity track teams were at Milan Wednesday. For the varsity girls, Alexa Borgmeyer took 2nd in the 400 meter and 6th in the 1600 meter. Lacey Fisher took 7th in the 400 meter, 5th in long jump, 4th in triple jump, and 15th in discus, while Aubrey Borgmeyer took 6th in the 100 meter hurdles, 4th in the 300 meter hurdles, and 2nd in javelin. For the junior high girls, Maddie Moots took 18th in the 100 meter, 16th in the 200 meter, 5th in the 100 meter hurdles, and 5th in triple jump. Heidi Lade took 4th in the 400 meter, 4th in 100 meter hurdles, and 2nd in long jump. Kaylee Sizemore took 6th in the 800 meter, 5th in the 1600 meter, and 11th in triple jump. Bailey Crandall took 11th in the 800 meter, 7th in shot put, 9th in discus. Taylor Garlock took 3rd in high jump, and Paige Stutzman took 10th in shot put. Varsity boys, Alex Houghton took 4th in the 400 meter and 8th in the 800 meter. Ashton Ray took 11th in the 800 meter and 13th in the 1600 meter. Landon Fisher took 8th in the 3200 meter, 11th in long jump, and 5th in javelin. Nate Triplett took 5th in shot put, 3rd in discus, and 7th in javelin. For the junior high boys, Cole Irwin took 11th in the 400 meter and 12th in long jump. Caden Taylor took 13th in the 400 meter and 11th in high jump. Jacob Snyder took 6th in the 800 meter, 2nd in 1600 meter, and 17th in triple jump. And Caleb Grissom took 7th in the 800 meter, 3rd in the 1600 meter, and 8th in. The Tiger baseball team was at Green City Thursday night. Brashear jumped on the board with a run in the top of the first, but Green City answered with 3 in the first, 2 in the second, and 6 in the third. Brashear put up 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the seventh, leaving them short in a 12-8 loss. Beta Jacobson homered for Brashear. Austin Peterson had 2 doubles and a single. Garrett Hausman had 2 hits, and Jay Snelling and Avery Zins also had hits. Carson Irwin got the start with Jack Reeves and Garrett Hausman pitching in relief. The Brashear baseball team was on the road to Marion County Monday. The weather was cold and Brashear bats were even colder as Jay Snelling was the only Brashear batter with a hit. Meanwhile, Marion County scored single runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th innings as it claimed a 4-1 win. Brandon Jacobson got the start for the Tigers with Garrett Hausman pitching in relief. The Brashear juniors and seniors and their dates gathered at the school Saturday to kick off their prom night with the Grand March. Each couple was introduced as they walked the red carpet. Kelly Altide and Garrett Hausman were named the 2021 Prom King and Queen. After group pictures, the group headed for Lost Branch Lodge for prom and after-prom activities.
The BHS Music Department held their spring concert Thursday. The high school band, 5th and 6th grade band, and others performed. In conjunction with the concert, the art department and industrial arts department had projects on display.
On Wednesday, the Industrial Arts Department had their projects on display for district judging. The top award winners at the district level competition advanced to state competition to be judged. The following industrial arts students were named district winners Wednesday and now qualified to go to state May 11th. Cole Irwin, Piper Magruder, Kaylee Sizemore, Lana Van Sickle, Jacob Snyder, Paige Knudsen, Dayton White, Carson Irwin, Clancy No, Ashton Ray, Nate Triplett, Ethan Powell, Colby Mason, Jaden Barnhill, Haley McNamer, and Collier Holcomb. In Monday's Tri-County Conference track meet, the junior high girls took 3rd place and the junior high boys took 5th place. Maddie Moots took 12th in the 100 meter, 10th in the 200 meter, 5th in the 100 meter hurdles, and 4th in triple jump. Heidi Lane took 3rd in the 400 meter and 2nd in long jump. Kaylee Sizemore took 5th in the 800 meter, 6th in the 1600 meter, and 9th in triple jump. Bailey Crandall took 10th in the 800 meter, 1st in shot put, 7th in discus. Taylor Garlock took 8th in the 1600 meter, 4th in high jump, and 9th in long jump. Paige Duesman took 7th in shot put and 4th in discus. The 4x400 meter relay team took 5th. For the junior high boys, Cole Irwin took 11th in the 200 meter, 6th in the 400 meter, and 7th in long jump. Caden Taylor took 9th in the 400 meter. Caleb Grissom took 5th in the 800 meter, 1st in the 1600 meter, and 5th in triple jump. Jacob Snyder took 6th in the 800 meter, 3rd in the 1600 meter, and 12th in long jump. And the 4x400 meter relay took 4th as a team. The varsity girls took 6th place, and the varsity boys took 7th place as a team at conference. Alexa Borgmeyer took 2nd in the 400 meter and 4th in the 800 meter. Lacey Fisher took 5th in the 1600 meter, 6th in the long jump, and 5th in triple jump. Aubrey Borgmeyer took 4th in the 100 meter hurdles, 2nd in 300 meter hurdles, and 1st in javelin. Alex Houghton took 5th in the 400 meter. Ashton Ray took 10th in the 800 meter and 10th in the 1600 meter. Landon Fisher took 9th in triple jump, 6th in shot put, and 3rd in javelin. And Nate Triplett took 1st in shot put, 2nd in discus, and 2nd in javelin. Brashear hosted the baseball team from Higbee Friday night. Higbee jumped on the scoreboard with a solo homer in the top of the 1st, but Brashear answered with a run in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th to claim a 10-7 victory. Austin Peterson homered and had 3 hits and 3 RBIs for Brashear. Brandon Jocumson had a triple, a double, and a single, driving in 2 RBIs with Blaine Stutzman and Carson Irwin also having hits. Jocumson got the start, striking out 9 and giving up 1 earned run in 6 innings. Garrett Hausman pitched in relief, striking out 2. The Tigers started Tuesday's game with Sturgeon by digging themselves into a deep hole. Sturgeon scored twice in the 1st and 6 times in the 3rd to take on an 8-0 lead. Brashear got on the scoreboard with a pair of runs in the 3rd and another 2 runs in the 4th, but a 5-run 5th inning seal for the deal for Sturgeon as they defeated Brashear 14-4. Garrett Hausman homered for Brashear and had a single. Carson Irwin had 2 singles and a double. Brandon Jocumson had a pair of singles, and Austin Peterson, Jack Reeves, and Avery Zentz also had hits. Carson Irwin got the start with Garrett Hausman pitching in relief. Monday, the Brashear Elementary held their Leadership and Author Night. In addition to giving their parents classroom tours to show off their work, the 3rd and 4th graders did a presentation on famous Missourians. Since this year's award banquet fell on May 5th, the meal had a Cinco de Mayo theme. After the banquet, awards were presented to the members of our sports, academic bowl, music, and other teams. Last Friday, the Lifetime PE class traveled to the Lancaster Country Club for a golf outing. This allowed the students to try out the new skills they've been learning in class. The Brashear baseball hosted Clark County Friday. The visitors put up 4 runs in the second and 3 runs in the third to take on a lead they would not surrender in a 13-8 win. Brashear tailed single runs in the second and third before a 4-run 5th inning brought them within an 8-6 margin. Lane Stutzman and Austin Peterson both homered for Brashear, with Brandon Jacobson, Jack Reeves, Carson Irwin, Garrett Hausman, and Avery Zentz also having hits. Brandon Jacobson got the start, with Carson Irwin and Garrett Hausman pitching in relief. Tiger baseball hosted Novinger Tuesday. Novinger scored a run in the top of the first, but Brashear answered with 10 runs in the bottom of the frame on their way to a 19-9 win. Garrett Hausman had a home run and drove in 5. Brandon Jacobson also homered, with Jay Snelling having 5 hits. Jack Reeves, Lane Stutzman, Carson Irwin, Avery Zentz, and Austin Peterson also had hits. Brandon Jacobson got the win, striking out 8 and 5 in 1/3 innings. Jack Reeves got the last 2 outs for the save. On Thursday morning, an assembly was held to give departmental awards. After the assembly, the seniors did a practice run-through for graduation and did their final checkouts. On Tuesday, the industrial arts students whose projects qualified in districts were at the state contest, where they took tests and had their projects judged. Congratulations to Corey Holcomb, Carson Irwin, Kaylee Sizemore, and Ashton Ray for being named state champions. Carson won top project in 3 statewide categories. In district track Saturday, the girls took 12th place as a team and the boys took 13th. Alexa Borgmeyer took 6th in the 400 and the 800. Aubrey Borgmeyer took 8th in the 100-meter hurdles, 3rd in 300-meter hurdles, and 2nd in javelin. Lacey Fisher took 16th in long jump and 8th in triple jump. Alex Houghton took 8th in the 400. Ashton Ray took 9th in the 800 and 13th in the 1600. Landon Fisher took 11th in long jump, 11th in triple jump, 13th in shot, and 5th in javelin. And Nate Triplett took 4th in shot, 7th in discus, and 6th in javelin. Congratulations to those who qualified for sectionals: Aubrey Borgmeyer in javelin and 300-meter hurdles, and Nate Triplett in shot put.
Brashear was on the road to Putnam County Friday night for baseball. The game was scoreless through the first 2.5 innings, but Putnam's bats came alive in the bottom of the 3rd, producing 9 runs. The Tigers held Putnam County scoreless for the next 2 innings, before a run in the 6th ended the contest 10-0. Brandon Jacobson had 2 hits for Brashear, with Jay Snelling, Garrett Hausman, and Avery Zentz also having hits. Garrett Hausman got the start, with Carson Irwin pitching in relief.
The Tiger baseball team is on the road at Schuyler County Tuesday. Things looked good at the start of the game as Brashear's first 2 batters doubled and singled. Unfortunately, that is where the rally ended with no runs scored. Schuyler County put up runs in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th innings to claim a 10-0 win. Garrett Hausman doubled for Brashear, with Lynn Stutzman and Brett Whitlow also having hits. Brandon Jacobson got the start, with Carson Irwin and Garrett Hausman pitching in.
Brashear baseball hosted Atlanta Wednesday night. The Tigers jumped ahead early, scoring 9 runs in the first 2 innings on home runs by Carson Irwin, Lane Stutzman, and Jack Reeves. Atlanta did their scoring late, with 3 in the 6th and 4 in the 7th to claim a 10-9 come-from-behind victory. Jack Reeves, Lane Stutzman, and Carson Irwin each had 3 hits for Brashear, with Brandon Jacobson having 2 hits and Avery Zentz having a hit. Jay Snelling got the start, going 5 2/3 and striking out 7. Lucas Keller and Lane Stutzman pitched in relief.
On Friday night, the 6th grade promotion was held and graduation ceremonies for the senior class was held Sunday. After a speech by Ted Gentry, 8 seniors walked across the stage to receive their diplomas. Next, scholarships were awarded and Hannah Grissom and Callie Altai were named the class of 2021 valedictorian and salutatorian. On Monday night, the elementary end-of-year celebration was held in the elementary gym where a picnic supper was held and awards were presented. The celebration is usually held in the city park, but unfavorable weather caused the location to be moved indoors. Brashear sent 2 athletes to the sectional track meet in Monroe City Saturday. Nate Triplett took 7th in shot and Aubrey Borkmeyer took 7th in javelin and 8th in the 300-meter hurdles. Brashear faced off against Knox County Friday night in the first round of baseball district play. The Tigers jumped on the scoreboard with a pair of runs in the top of the first and held a 2-0 lead after 1 inning. Knox County came roaring back with 7 runs in the bottom of the second to go up 7-2. Brashear rallied for 4 runs in the 5th to close the gap 11-6, but Knox County went on to win by a score of 16-6. Garrett Hausman and Lane Stutzman each had 2 hits, with Brandon Jacobson, Jay Snelling, Jack Reeves, Carson Irwin, and Austin Peterson also having hits. Brandon Jacobson got the start with Carson Irwin and Garrett Hausman pitching in relief.